President Donald Trump on Wednesday signed the Laken-Riley Act. Those of you who have me on Instagram and TikTok, you guys saw my perspective on that. I believe there was 46 Democrats that signed onto that out of the 215 in Congress and only 12 in the Senate. So that is pitiful. Anyway, so giving federal authorities broader power to deport immigrants in the U.S. illegally who have been accused of crimes sounds pretty like common sense. He also announced at the ceremony that his administration planned to send the worst criminal aliens to detention center in Guantanamo Bay. A lot of people are freaking out about that. I don't know why. That's been used as a detention center for immigrants forever. It's not just for terrorists. So whatever. The bipartisan act, the first piece of legislation approved during Trump's second term, was named for Riley, a 22-year-old Georgia nursing student who was slain last year by a Venezuelan man in the U.S. illegally. So let's see what else says here. So we have 30,000 beds in Guantanamo to detain the worst criminal aliens threatening the American people. That's what the president said. The White House announced a short time later that Trump has signed a presidential memorandum on Guantanamo migrants' rights. Groups quickly expressed dismay, of course, because, illegal migrants have the same amount of rights as Americans, apparently. Guantanamo Bay abusive history speaks for itself and in no uncertain terms will put people's physical and mental health in jeopardy. And we're supposed to care because what about our health? And what about us? The priorities. Trump said the move would double U.S. detention lockup capacities, and Guantanamo is a tough place to get out of. Yeah, for sure. Guantanamo facility could hold dangerous criminals and people who are hard to deport, said a Trump administration official speaking on conditions of anonymity. I don't know if I said that right, because they weren't authorized to speak publicly on the matter. Somebody said, Pete Hegseth said that it's a perfect spot. We don't want illegal criminals in the United States, not a minute longer than they have to be, he said Wednesday evening on Fox News. Jesse Watters, primetime, moved them off to Guantanamo Bay where they can be safely maintained until they are deported to their final location, their country of origin. All right, so here in the bottom it says, the Supreme Court ruled in 2008 that enemy combatants in the war on terror held without charge at the military prison in Guantanamo Bay had the right to challenge the detention in federal court, but the justices did not decide whether the president had the authority to detain people at all. So we'll find out. So far, there's judges that are already pushing back on this, but I don't know. I think it's going to happen anyway because people want this. So, it's questionable if you're a judge and you're trying to stop illegals who have committed other crimes. It's not like people that have crossed the border for a better life. I mean, I have my opinions on that as well, but I'm talking about those who cross the border illegally and then while being already in the interior of the country committed more crime. So those are the people that are being deported. That's the focus. And there's already a list of people that are on a deportation list and they were never deported. So they're focusing on that. They're just focusing on people that were supposed to have been deported a long ass time ago, and those who have committed extra crimes because it's like, dude, you came here for a better life, allegedly, right? Why are you committing more crimes being in the country, So that's just the focus, and I think it's kind of ridiculous that people are making a big deal about it because it's not like they're going in and grabbing, kids or whatever, and that will happen eventually, because if he wants to deport more than 3 million people like Obama did, he's trying to surpass Obama. That's what he's doing. He wants to be known as the president who, deported more people than Obama. So if that's his goal, or at least that's what I assume his goal is, he needs to step up his game and he needs to literally deport as many people as possible. So far, with the rate that they're going, they're not going to hit 3 million in 4 years. No one year. So, and if that's his goal, which I'm assuming it is, it's going to get very controversial once families are involved. But at the end of the day, you know, you came here the wrong way. So unfortunately, we're going to have to take you out.